So hello guys, and welcome to another episode of Question Block. And sorry it's been a while, it's been like 2 or 3 weeks since the last episode, but I finally got around to making this one. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So the next question here is, if any studio could develop a game or a franchise, who would it be and what should they do? So there have been like a lot of notable instances of game franchises kind of switching developers. I think Halo is probably the most notable example of that, but there's been like other examples as well. Like also like within Nintendo, there was Wario Land, since Wario Land Shake It was developed by Goodfeel, and also like the Yoshi series as well is another example of that. The Yoshi series went through multiple different developers. It went from like Nintendo themselves to Artoon, Arzest, of all companies, though that technically is kind of an extension of Artoon, but then finally it stuck with Goodfeel. But yeah, let's get into the responses to this question here. So Clifford Longhead said, Arte Piazza would be a good candidate for a replacement for Alpha Dream to continue the Mario & Luigi series, also remake Partners in Time. I absolutely agree with that. I think Arte Piazza would be a great developer for that. Since Super Mario RPG was a great remake, it was very faithful, and the additions they made to the battle system were great as well. Like with the new gauge and the new triple moves are really fun, and I think it adds a lot of depth to the battle system. I mean, yeah, it does make it easier, and yeah, the remake is kind of easier than the original, since the original was already kind of an easy game. I mean, it's still fun and enjoyable. Don't get me wrong, it's still one of my favorite Mario RPGs, but it is a tad easy. I mean, it's great for beginners, but for experienced Mario RPG players, I feel like there should have been a little more challenge there, though I did like the bosses after you beat the game. Those were fun, but I feel like the additions that they made, like even though it did kind of make the game easy, they were pretty fun additions overall, and I feel like they have a lot of potential to develop like more games in the Mario RPG sub-series between like the Mario & Luigi games or sequels to the original Mario RPG. I'm not sure if we'd get like either one, but like I'd like to see both, honestly. Like we could kind of like flip between like a sequel to Super Mario RPG or a new Mario & Luigi game, but I feel like next they should probably take a crack at a new Mario & Luigi game. I'd love to see it, and they definitely have the capabilities of developing a Mario & Luigi game. Since, like, I mean, one, they have, like, this stylized kind of, like, aesthetic down. Like, since Super Mario RPG kind of had that. I mean, yeah, the promotional artwork looked very similar to, like, the modern 3D Mario style, but it still, at the same time, was, like, very stylized compared to, like, most Mario games releasing nowadays. So, I feel like they definitely have that touch, and I feel like they could definitely kind of adapt that Mario & Luigi art style. Honestly, I'm not sure if everyone would agree with me on this, but I'd like to see like an HD 2D style Mario & Luigi game. I mean, not like with the faded kind of unsaturated colors and heavy bloom effects of the Octopath Traveler games, but something more colorful, like Dream Team's kind of style, where it mixed the sprites and the 3D models would be nice. But yeah. And then also a remake of Partners in Time would be nice as well, but I'd like to see them do a new game before a remake, because we've been getting a lot of remakes of the Mario RPGs lately, so I'd like to see like a new game before a remake, but I would like to see a remake eventually. So Fossil the Great 64 said, I think Next Level Games should make a Mario & Luigi game. Their models and animations are so expressive, and combined with the stylization of Mario & Luigi and access to Alpha Dream's cast of characters, I think they could do the series a lot of justice, continuing where Alpha Dream left off. Yeah, I think Next Level Games is another interesting contender for developing the Mario & Luigi games. That was actually my go-to choice back around, like, 2022, I would say, before we knew anything, like, about Mario RPG or, like, anything else. That, like, Next Level Games was kind of, like, since we got Luigi's Mansion 3, which was absolutely amazing, and then a few years later with Mario Strikers Battle League, and I know Mario Strikers Battle League is a pretty controversial game, but one good aspect of it is that it's, like, definitely, like, very stylized, and the animations are absolutely incredible compared to, like, a lot of Mario games on Switch. So, I feel like Next Level Games could definitely, like, make a Mario and Luigi game if they had the resources, but honestly, at this point, I think Arte Piazza would be a better developer, than Next Level at this point, just due to the fact that they have more experience with the RPGs and everything. So, I mean, Next Level Games could still provide, like, animations and things, and also, like, models and different things like that. They could still contribute to this project, kind of like how Goodfeel and, once again, Arsense contributed to the, some of the models in the, either the Mario & Luigi remakes with Arzest, or, Mario & Luigi Dream Team with, Goodfeel. So, like, Next Level Games could do something similar with the Mario and Luigi games, kind of like assisting Arte Piazza rather than, like, actually developing a full game. I think that's definitely possible if they, like, work together to develop a Mario and Luigi game. Honestly, I think that would kind of be, like, the perfect outcome. But yeah. So James50 said, Sega/Nintendo make a Mario and Sonic crossover, however, this time not the Olympic Games, and instead make something more story-based. The Mario franchise and Sonic franchise are two of my top IPs as a whole. So if they make something like an RPG, open world adventure, or even 2D game, I would be so happy. There is so much potential with the two series coming together with so many opportunities. It's a shame that they only stuck to sports. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of potential when it comes to a Mario and Sonic crossover. I don't think they would make a platformer though. Just kind of looking at how, like, Mario and Sonic handles their mainline games so differently, I don't think they would do that, but I think they would probably do some kind of other type of game. Like, an RPG, I honestly think would be the most likely. Like, maybe even an entry in the Mario and Luigi series. That would be a dream come true there. Like, just have, like, Mario and Luigi in Sonic or something like that. That would be incredible. Because Mario and Luigi, like, they did do a crossover with Paper Mario, but it was a pretty bad crossover. I could get into a whole discussion about that. But the fact that the Mario and Luigi series is open to doing crossovers, might make a Mario and Sonic crossover, like, as an RPG possible if they ever bring back the Mario and Luigi series. Like, just with the whole formula of that, I think it would be amazing. Like, just in general. But they could possibly do something else as well. I mean, like, if it's a 2D game, they could... Honestly, they could do something like Mario vs. Donkey Kong, where they market it as a platformer, but not a part of the main series of either franchise. They could do something like that as well, like where it's kind of a different type of platformer than what you normally see. Kind of like maybe a mixture between the two formulas of Mario and Sonic, so they could kind of have it as some, like, separate, like, spin-off series. That would also make a lot of sense. But yeah, I'd love to see another Mario and Sonic crossover, like an actual, like, interesting story-based one. I definitely agree. But moving on, Eevee the Original Master said, Next Level Games with Wario. I could see them making a sequel to Wario World and add new worlds, gameplay mechanics, and a playable Waluigi. I haven't played Wario World, but from what I've seen of it, it looks really interesting. Like, I definitely feel like Next Level Games could do something like that, because I know, like, Wario World, like, Wario seemed, like, really expressive and interesting. It was definitely a very interesting take on Wario from what I've seen of Wario World. So, that would be really cool if, like, Next Level Games did, like, Wario World like that. They could possibly even do like a Wario Land game. I think well, Goodfield would probably do that before Next Level, but like a Wario Land game would also be nice from Next Level as well. Like since like they could kind of incorporate so many like interesting like animations and like interesting like styles and everything. But since they would probably do 3D over 2D, I feel like Wario World might be a little more likely, but yeah. So, Carabarts said, Platinum Games could possibly make Kid Icarus. You can incorporate gyro aiming for ranged attacks, be able to lock onto enemies, something that wasn't in Uprising, and have traditional action game controls. Yeah, I've seen that thrown around quite a lot with, like, Platinum Games with Kid Icarus. From what I've heard, I haven't played Uprising, but I heard it was an excellent game. And it had some really interesting concepts overall. Like, I think it had, like, some elements of, like, an on-rail shooter combined with, like, an action kind of like a more interesting action game. So, I think, like, Platinum Games would definitely work pretty well with that. I think they could definitely do something that kind of builds off of Uprising. I think that would be pretty cool overall. And like just in general, like Platinum Games works quite a lot with Nintendo, like between like Bayonetta, some of the other projects they've been doing, but Kid Icarus would definitely be pretty interesting, though I hope Sakurai would also be involved with it, because he definitely contributed a lot to Kid Icarus Uprising. So moving on, Omeg said, an Oracle of Seasons/Ages remake by Grezzo, Link's Awakening devs, and finding a way to combine them into one game. I absolutely agree. I definitely think they deserve a remake, since I love the Link's Awakening remake. Like, honestly, one of my favorite Nintendo remakes in general. Like, they really refined quite a lot of things. They made it faithful to the original style and everything, because I know, like, some remakes changed quite a lot of things, but Link's Awakening, I liked how faithful they kind of kept it to the original. And they also vastly improved the item system, so you don't have to, like, switch out items, like, every time you're kind of, like, needing something. So, like, a remake of the Oracle games would be really cool. Like, I think, like, they're just pretty interesting, since they're kind of, like, building off of Link's Awakening, and I think they, like, the concept of them being, like, two different games is pretty interesting as well, but, like, maybe they could do, like, either, have, like, two parts, or kind of, like, combined elements of them into one game. I'm not sure what exactly they would do with that, but I think that would be a pretty good game to remake. I'd also like to see, like, a brand new 2D Zelda game by Grezzo as well. Like, I'd like to see, like, all the, wacky things that they did with, like, Link's Awakening and have, like, references to other game franchises in there. Like, throw something in from, like, Splatoon or Pikmin, like, some of the more modern Nintendo franchises. I think that would be, pretty cool if they did that, but, yeah. I think Grezzo would definitely work pretty well with, like, remakes of the Oracle games. But moving on, Theo the Nintendo Master said, I think Nintendo EAD should develop Mushroom Kingdom Warriors. Basically Hyrule Warriors set in the Mario universe, with characters with the main cast, Koops, Vivian, Fawful, Cappy, Florian, Peasley, Bobbery, etc. There are so many characters to choose from. The roster would be a dream come true for many fans. Oh, I absolutely love the idea of, like, a Mario Warriors style game. It probably wouldn't be developed by Nintendo EAD, though. It would 100% be developed by Koei Tecmo, since they develop basically, like, all of the Warriors style games. So I think it would probably be from them. So I think it would work, like, honestly. Like, since there's, like, such a wide variety of characters they could use this as an opportunity to actually realistically add the Mario RPG characters into a game. That would just be incredible to see. Like, all the Paper Mario, Mario and Luigi, maybe even, like, the WarioWare characters, or the, Donkey Kong Country characters as well. That would just be incredible. Like, I'd love to see that, and like just the movesets that each character can have. I love Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. I think that's really the only Warriors game I played. I need to play the original Hyrule Warriors at some point. I bought it for Wii U a little while ago, but I haven't played it yet. So I need to get into that soon. But yeah, I think Mushroom Kingdom Warriors is a pretty interesting idea. But yeah, anyways, the next question is, what are some new badges that you would like to see in either the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake or a future Paper Mario game? Let me know down in the comments. So anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more, and make sure to check out my Discord server and Twitter if you want to. Goodbye.